What's up, NASCAR Heat 2 fans? David Land here, and we are about to start part number 7 of the NASCAR Heat 2 career mode. Now, once again, we are starting on the rivals screen, and don't worry, I'm not going to start every video by taking a look at my rivals, but it's very apropos considering the fact that we are about to head to Martinsville, the shortest track on the NASCAR calendar. Technically, I think maybe Eldora is shorter. It's probably a toss-up between Eldora and Martinsville. But for the Camping World Truck Series, this is where we're going to be making a lot of contact. So I feel like we're going to become, if not the most hated driver in the Camping World Truck Series, certainly up there. As you can see, everybody who is slightly mad at us is mostly neutral right now. Even Tyler Young, who I could not stay out of the way of at the last race in where was that, Atlanta, I believe. So yeah, we couldn't stay out of his way, but he's still neutral on us. But it may be after Martinsville that we finally have somebody who hates us. So spoiler alert for the last race, if you haven't seen it yet. We are 17th in the standings, actually moving up due to our third place finish, though we're quite a ways behind the leaders right now. What we need is a win to lock ourselves into the chase, and you can see our teammate Ryan Truex is right now sitting 6th with a playoff point for a stage victory. And real quick, we're 37th in Xfinity, doing one hot seat with a win. That's out of the top 30, so we can't run the chase in this series, and I'm guessing we won't get many hot seat opportunities, despite the fact that we won a race and potentially one of the worst cars on the grid. In fact, where's the 40 otherwise? 27th on the in the standings, but we won with it, so what does that say? There's the chase for Xfinity, but we don't really care about that. What we care about is the chase for trucks, and we need to be in the top 8. So we're 17th. We need to gain 11 positions in the points or just take a win. So let's take a look real quick at our team goals and then head to Martinsville. So as you can see, we are starting to meet some of the requirements of the team. We'll see what we get for an incentive payout once we get to the goal requirement. I guess 5 races, so I'm guessing if we complete it partially, we'll be allowed to get some extra money. I'm not really sure how that's going to work, but Martinsville is one of my best tracks in NASCAR Heat Evolution. Let's see if we can continue that in NASCAR Heat 2. So here we are at Martinsville Speedway, one of the shortest tracks in NASCAR. I had to think about it, and I'm pretty sure Eldora is absolutely shorter. So the second shortest track in NASCAR. But again, we were very good here in Heat Evolution. We'll see how we can do with a truck in a different game. So we come to the line, and we're 31st. Wow, we're starting from the back at Martinsville. Actually, did not qualify last, though. We qualified 31st, not 32nd. So you can see the field is incredibly tightly packed, but no stupid stage strategy from me this time. I'm going to have to race this straight up, seeing as how short of a track it is. We need to stay on sequence with the leaders as much as possible. So let's get started. All right, here we go, starting on the inside, which is a good place to start at Martinsville. Well, that's not a good place to start on the curbs. Got a little bit too much wheel spin going on there. Probably should have come up through the gears a little bit quicker. We'll follow the last place, which is a bit disappointing. And Duzat gets around us. That's the truck we won in during our initial season of Heat 2. Or during our hot seat season, I guess you could say. As we drive around the outside, so a lot too wide racing. Nowhere to go yet. We're going to have to wait a couple laps for this to spread out just a little bit. We've got 16 laps in stage number 1. And easy for me to say, Clay Greenfield going very slow there. We're going to go 3 wide into turn 3 here at Martinsville and actually move Greenfield out of the way. He was the guy who screwed us at Daytona by going very slow in the on the restart and slowing up the lane that we were in on our way to possibly a top 20 finish. But yeah, it seems like the AI are much faster at Martinsville than they were in Heat Evolution. At least they're more competent, I should say. And we are really struggling on the outside here. Is Jennifer Joe underneath us? And can we get all the way around on the outside? This is a tough It's a tough thing to ask, is going around the outside at Martinsville, but we're making it stick right now, 3 wide. bouncing off Tommy Joe Martins, I believe that is. We've got 23 laps left on fuel, so theoretically we could make it to the end of the second stage without a stop, which is pretty much perfect. We're going to just drive Peck off into the corner, running into Tommy Joe Martins. We're starting to get some Martinsville beating and banging going. Oops, that's a little beating and banging with the wall. That's not a rival system at that point. The wall isn't going to get mad at you, but certainly it can punish you, no doubt about it, as we're still not around Duzat, and this is very concerning. Wow, I absolutely was the last of the late breakers there. That was a little close to crashing there. Thankfully, I did not. And can we get around Ross Chastain? It looks like he's going to be stuck to the outside. We'll run into the back of Tommy Joe, get him a little bit loose off of the corner, and we didn't get an amazing run because of the fact that we ran into the back of him. But we do get around Chastain now. So let's try to slice down the inside. No, Martins is going to get a much better, well, he got a better slice to the inside, but I got the better run. And now trying to get around the outside of Mills here. A little bit of contact with the 44. Now to the outside once again. Just got to ease our way through the field as we almost push up into the wall. So I think on the stop, I'm definitely going to take some wedge out because it does feel a bit tight, the truck. It's not too bad handling. It's not a bad handling truck. It's just, it is going to take a while to slog through the back of this field. And had I loosened it up for qualifying, I feel like we probably would have done much better than 31st. Because we're just absolutely, especially now that it's starting to spread out, we're doing much better in traffic. As we were 3 wide, as you heard the spotter there for a second. Going to try to get around Joe Nemechek here. Not going to quite work. Corbin Forster actually going to cut him off just a little bit at the pass. Don't hit the wall, don't hit the wall. Okay, good. Nice and clean off of the corner into turn number 3. We're going to go 3 wide. That's a little bit ill-advised. Thankfully, we did not do that. And Nemechek slow off. We should clear him going into turn 1 and actually sneak to the inside of Corbin Forster as well and pull around him. So the brakes are significantly better here in Heat 2 from Heat Evolution, as we've got Christopher Bell having trouble going into the pits. So -1 of the KBM trucks from contention in this one. We got 5 to go here in the stage. Very quick stage, it feels like. But of course, very quick laps here at Martinsville as we're going to make it possibly 3 wide into the corner with Austin Wayne Self. Running the curb a little bit. It's like a road course race. And get around Young there. Nobody's taking any swerving at me, so that's good. Again, a guy being neutral on me, I guess, doesn't mean that they're going to try to wreck me. Can we get Cody Coughlin here? Maybe. It's right out next to the wall. Oh, I probably could have snuck inside of him, but we'll go to the outside. And our good pal, Wendell Chavis, who I finally know how to pronounce his name. We'll try to pass him as well, as we've got 3 laps to go in the stage. Presented by, I don't know, Fuzzy's Vodka or something. Nope. Wendell Chavis going to keep going to the in front of us, and now we'll drive it real hard into turn number 3. A little bit of contact, and we're going to really be mean to Wendell Chavis here. Work him down the inside, really pile on the brakes there. Again, I'm surprised I was able to hold it together. Now we're coming up behind Myatt Snyder. That sounds so weird to say. It's like they spelled his name with an accent and want to pronounce it with an accent all the time, even if you don't have an accent. Is this the last lap of the stage? No, this is. So underneath Snyder, a guy who absolutely pile drove us at Atlanta when we spun out. Thankfully, we're around Snyder with no problems, and now behind Regan Smith, but I'm guessing the stage is just about to end as the leader, I'm sure, is crossing the line. No stage end yet. We're going to come up behind Regan Smith, and there's the end of the stage. We got all the way up to 14th, so we made a lot of ground, and we should actually probably be able to compete here at the end of the stage, as we got 14 laps in the fuel. Considering the stage caution is probably going to take a few laps, I would assume that we're going to be good for fuel going to the end of the stage. So pretty much a one-stop race in this one, as we're ready to go back to racing here at Martinsville, and we are green, racing, and on. Well, a much better start than my initial start, but it wasn't quite what I wanted to do. The AI definitely get better restarts at Martinsville than they did in the past. There was just a patch released, by the way, for this game, supposed to stop the game-breaking save glitch. And I don't know if it fixed the AI in terms of qualifying and restarts and things like that. It's very possible because it felt like they got a really good restart. They got a really good start and a really good restart. Ooh, 3 wide. I don't know about that, David. Oh, as Snyder gets into me, and we're going to get into Grand Infinger, so here we go. We're going to start having a lot of people hating me as there's a lot of contact. A lot of contact. And our teammate Truex looks like he's running second. So again, in the whole teammate battle, we're not doing too well right now. Of course, we outdid him at Atlanta, but again, he won a stage and finished really well at Daytona, so that's why he's doing so well in the points right now. 11 laps to go in stage number 2. And there's Nemechek down to the inside, so Nemechek really piling on the pressure. Let's see if we can get to the inside of Grand Infinger. He's fading to the inside, trying to keep me behind him. Friesen to the outside. Looks like he's definitely struggling in the outside lane, but wow, I'm kind of slow off of the corner. We'll chop down inside Friesen. Can we get him? Touching the curb. That's not what we need to be doing. Nemechek looking to the inside. Friesen chopping down in front of me again. We'll dive to the inside. Thankfully didn't lock up the brakes. Oh, and Nemechek down to the inside. That is a late move. Don't really appreciate that. My rival's meter is going up with Joe Nemechek. That is for sure. Nemechek back to the inside. Trying to get there. Couldn't quite. So now we will chase down Grand Infinger, who actually had a great recovery drive at Atlanta. He actually was in the pits with some issues and actually came back to a finish, I believe, 5th. So let's get up in this top 10. Oh, as we're going to get way out wide. Thankfully didn't completely kill the wall there. And to the outside of Infinger, a little too fast through there. Possibly going to get a good exit. Looks like we're going to have a run on Infinger. Can we sneak to the inside? Yes, we can. And around him we go. Now up to Regan Smith, trying to get some playoff points, or some extra bonus points. How about that for the championship? And there you go. Nope, nope, not quite. Outbraked myself just a little bit too much into turn 3. Smith will continue on leading us. I almost got into the back of him there. Come on. Come on. Oh, a little too much to the outside. Almost clobbered the wall once again. And driving hard into turn 3. Whoa, locked the brakes up. You saw the white smoke coming out of off the tire. And we beat Regan Smith just to the line with 5 laps to go in the stage. Now let's go for some bonus points. Let's see how many positions we can gain. Gragson and Yaley running down near the bottom of the track. Nice protective line if you can run down there and not lose too much time to the guys ahead of you. And then Cindric. So it looks like possibly 3 trucks we could probably get here before the end of the stage. So let's just try to get good runs here. As Crafton moving to the inside, extreme inside. He's not coming in, is he? Well, there's one truck coming in. It's John Hunter Nemechek. We'll gain another position there. Don't know really what he's doing. We've still got 4 laps in the stage, or 4 laps to go on our fuel. 3 to go in the stage, so we're good on fuel. I wonder if everybody else is. It's possible that everybody else is going to have to pit before the end of the stage, and indeed that is what they are doing. Oh dear. Fuel mileage comes into effect once again like it did at Phoenix. We're going to take the lead. Oh my god, we might get a playoff point. That is exactly what needs to happen here. 3 laps to go in stage number 2. And we're just cruising right now. We're going to lap the field possibly. And so we'll be able to pit under the yellow, probably maintain our lead, even if everybody gets a wave around. What an interesting and fantastic turn of events as we are lapping a lot of trucks right now as we take the white flag in stage number 2 with the lead. How many folks can I lap? Can we lap John Hunter Nemechek? He's running in 28th right now. And we get down into the corner. Oh, he's on fresh tires. Hunter Nemechek getting by. No, we're not going to get him. We're going to cross the line in first in stage number 2. That's a playoff point. And we take 10 extra championship points. Not playoff points. It looks like Truex isn't even going to get a playoff point as Myatt Snyder will cross the line in second. TJ Bell there as well, and everybody else is pitting again. I don't know what their strategy is. It's pretty terrible, but don't need to necessarily repair the truck. It is Martinsville after all. We're going to loosen her up. Only 12 trucks on the lead lap, though, so I might even... Well, I'm not going to repair it. We're going to go all the way down to 46% on the wedge, and we'll continue in the lead after the pit stops. Myatt Snyder, Austin Hill, Wendell Chavis, Corbin Forrester. A lot of back-of-the-field trucks running up at the front right now. Aside from Snyder. Snyder, he's a KBM truck. He's pretty fast. Everybody else, ooh, and the car is definitely, or the truck is definitely working a lot better as I've loosened her up. Definitely getting that nice bite into the corner. And bite off of the corner. Well, there you go. Now we're coming into our own here. 25 laps to go. Fuel is 25. So there you go. One-stop race. We'll certainly be able to save fuel. We're probably going to start lapping trucks relatively quickly, especially now that we've really got the truck working quite well. As we set our best lap ever in a truck at Martinsville. And boy, the truck is really hooked up right now. It is feeling really nice to drive. There's so much grip, it's just turning into the corner so well. Little bit squirrely off though. You got to be careful on the throttle. You can definitely make it handle a little bit more like Heat Evolution, where you can make the car or truck, depending on what you're driving. I'm driving a truck, obviously, a little bit more twitchy. And as you saw, I almost drove off the corner a little too hard there. Almost got too good of a run or an exit off, and the truck got a little squirrely. This time it does not get squirrely. Nice and planted down the main straightaway. And again, just running in the 20.5 range, which is what I would imagine is a pretty good truck time around here, as we almost catch the wall down the back straightaway. Again, down into the corner. Just get it hooked up. And don't over-rotate off of the corner. There we go. Best lap ever into the 20.4 range. And off of the corner once again. I know that pole time, I think, was a 20.1. So let's see if we can do a 20.1 and see if we could have taken the pole if I'd had the truck set up properly. So we come around. 20.3. Only 2/10 to find. I think we can probably find them, as we are absolutely destroying the field. Ooh, and that was not a very amazing corner there. 5.1 seconds out in front, and there you go. We definitely lost a little bit of time with the shenanigans in turn 3. Right down next to the bottom, a little bit too far out. We're probably burning the tires up doing hot laps every lap. But hey, it's fun when you're all by yourself running out in clean air and just going for lap time. And it definitely helps as well that some of the back of the field trucks were on that strategy that they were on, as we've got a truck in the pits. Looks like possibly Wendell Chavis. So problems for Wendell Chavis as we go to our fastest lap of the race and fastest lap ever in a truck at Martinsville, as we are coming up behind the lappers at the back of the field, as you would have it. Again, pulling around turn 3 and 4 very, very quickly. And there you go, 20.1. That right there would have been good enough for the pole position had we done that lap in qualifying, which unfortunately we did not do. But hey, running qualifying times is going to get us into the back of the field with some action taking place here with 15 laps to go. So we lost to 2/10 there. Well, I already accomplished my goal of doing a 20.1, so now it's going to be working through the traffic as best we can. Again, we're not in real danger as Friesen comes into the pits. Even more trucks with problems. Looks like pretty much half the field's in the pits right now with trouble. Not that many, obviously, but feels like that. I've seen just truck after truck come into the pits. But this is definitely going to be a Martinsville-style race where you have a lot of trucks to lap down, a lot of trucks out of the race, or so many laps down that you got to wonder why they even fixed it in the first place. Though that is something, you know, if they're going to be accurate, they really should have a 5-minute clock. I mean, if that truck's in the pits for more than 5 minutes, it really should be retired. Because again, that's the rule in NASCAR now. We get to the outside of Joe Nemechek, Cody Coughlin. Actually, a lot of the front-running trucks are running back here, probably because they got trapped a lap down because of the stage. So they clearly used the stage strategy that I employed at Atlanta, and it didn't work out for them, like it didn't work out for me at Atlanta. We're trying to drive on around the outside of Cindric. We got all the BKR trucks right here, Briscoe just ahead. And let's see how respectful everybody is of the leader as they're lappers. Spencer Boyd and Peck. Nice and easy around them. Wow, the truck is super hooked up. Once I loosened it up, it's just... we're just miles faster than everybody else. We got an 11-second lead on Hill, who's the second place truck, with 10 laps to go in the race. As Quaffle, looks like there's more trucks coming into the pits possibly. Or just guys dropping down really low for some reason. Let's get around Quaffle. Maybe. Yes, we get him. 9 laps to go around Austin Wayne Self. A little bit of contact with Austin Wayne Self. Not exactly what I wanted to be doing, but okay. Down the backside of the course, lifting off. A little bit of brake, a little bit more brake, because everything is wearing quite quickly. Let's see what the tire wear is like. Not too bad, 68% on the right front, which is usually the tire that wears a lot, and we have a yellow flag, so this will be interesting. We're not going to pit. Doesn't look like the rest of the field is pitting, though there are now 18 trucks on the lead lap, which was more than there were before, I believe. So do not pit. No reason to. We'll re-rack the field and go green once again, as Austin Hill is going to be our challenger on the outsides. We're back to racing. Kind of grabbed the rev limiter there on the restart. Myatt Snyder dived to the inside of Austin Hill, actually got into him a little bit and takes second place. Yeah, Martinsville is definitely a track where you know, if you're on the outside, the double file restarts do not benefit you very much. Not at all. As we grab 4 laps to go at the line, and we'll see if we can just cruise it home to victory. We're really we're already putting a beating on Myatt Snyder. It would be nice if it was some of the more front-running trucks like a Christopher Bell or somebody chasing us down. I think it would be a little bit more competitive at the front. We got another truck in the pit, so just more and more trucks falling by the wayside. This is a very attrition-based race here at Martinsville as we slide right out next to the Toyota logo, but don't quite hit it. And this is just a nice cruise to victory. I believe we're going to come to 2 laps to go. We've just got to cross that line one more time, and the race is more or less official. As we get down here into turn number 3, right along the curb, on the throttle, off of the corner, crossing the line, and there we go. 1 to go, presented by Credit One Bank. We're going to see if we can take Shigeaki Hattori a win in the Truck Series. Down the back straightaway, into turn number 3. Try to cross right next to the yellow line, which we're able to do. Crossing the start-finish line. And we have taken our first Truck Series win only a week after we took our first Xfinity Series win. Fantastic. So a victory plus a stage win will pretty much guarantee now that we are going to be in the chase for the Truck Series. But again, with only 8 slots and the randomness of NASCAR Heat 2 with the victors and the guys running up front, we're going to need to continue to be diligent in this Truck Series to not lose that top 8 spot. But I think in terms of points, we're going to be okay. Obviously, getting a victory for Hattori Racing is going to put our place in the team pretty well, I would imagine. And we go up to almost $500,000 in the bank, and 6th in the points overall, but 3rd in terms of the chase because of the fact that we are the 3rd driver to take a victory in the Truck Series. In fact, we actually lead the chase based on playoff points alone. So, let's head back and take a look at where we are headed next for either the Truck Series and, heck, maybe even another Xfinity hot seat because we did so well in the Truck Series so far. And there is our Hattori Racing number 99 in Victory Circle. Well, it didn't take very long, but considering our streak of doing quite well, this is the 2nd win in a row in terms of NASCAR, even though it wasn't in this series. We're doing pretty well, I would say, right now, and it looks great. That 99 truck looks great in Victory Lane, and we're really going to need a sponsor one of these days because everybody's suits are looking pretty blank. Whoa, we have momentum. I forgot about this in the career mode, but yeah, momentum. And we've got a message from Joey Logano. Well, it's not guidance counselor Brad, but it is his teammate, so let's see what Joey has to say.
Great job. Your first win as a NASCAR driver.
Wait, that's not true. Is he not paying any attention? Uh-oh. Austin Cindric. Well, he wasn't very happy with us the last time he sent us a message, but what is it going to be like this time?
You've been doing really well out there. Keep up the momentum. Good job.
Aw, look at that. Some sportsmanship. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Tommy Joe Martins. Yeah, you won it all, but you totally had to run me off the road to do it. Hashtag not cool. Oh, no. Trash talk on Twitter from Tommy Joe Martins. Yeah, we did have a little bit of argy-bargy, but I seem to remember, Tommy Joe, that your truck was sitting in pit lane most of the time. So, yeah, you can stop talking all that mad crap. And yes, we are getting another Xfinity hot seat, and we're going to be driving for Morgan Shepherd. Oh, boy. And Bristol. Oh, dear. Well, Morgan's going to pay me 80 grand for a top 25 finish. Somehow I suspect Morgan thinks we're going to win at Bristol. So, let's give it a shot, shall we? So here we are for the first time at Bristol Motor Speedway. We're not doing it in a truck, we're doing it in an Xfinity ride. Driving for Morgan Shepherd in the dang, the Cougar car from Ricky Bobby. So, yeah, let's see if we can make this Cougar howl here racing at the world's last great Coliseum. So off of the last corner in qualifying, oh, understeer, bad understeer. Well, we put it in the wall in qualifying, qualified 40th. Well, if I hadn't put it in the wall, I would not have been last. The field, again, is actually pretty close, so I'm pretty sure they patched this, folks. I'm pretty sure they patched the qualifying so that it's actually reasonable where everybody qualifies, so I'm happy they did that. William Byron starts on the pole, we start last. Can we recreate the magic of Phoenix by taking our 2nd career Xfinity win in our 2nd career Xfinity race? Alright, so here we are ready to go racing at Bristol for the first time, and I almost put it right into Carl Long right at the start, and he is going to go out wide here on the start, and we are underneath him and underneath Dylan Lupton, possibly. Okay, awesome. Now David Starr, we're going to try to stick to the inside of. Oh, we're going to get into Stephen Light, so we're already going to make enemies in the Xfinity Series, and we actually put him a little bit up in the wall, not going to lie. Don't know if I want to loosen the car up like I did at Martinsville. I think loose would have been nice for qualifying, certainly, because you could just see how I smacked the outside wall on the very last lap, or on my qualifying lap, but this traffic seems like it's not going to be easy to work through. So we got 18 laps to go in stage number 1. It's going to be a fairly long race, I would imagine. And there's the car that we actually took to the victory at the Phoenix International Raceway, as we dive underneath Timmy Hill, who, like Brian Duzat, I feel like he was hanging the rope as he was watching on TV or from the pit box or wherever he was watching from, as I took his car, which is running in 34th right now to the lead, and now passing in Morgan Shepherd's usual ride. Of course, I did record a video where Morgan Shepherd did win a stage in this car, so I think this car is better than a lot of folks would give it credit for. We'll just have to see how we can do. I think the goal is 22nd, right? I can't remember exactly what it was. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. I think we're going to probably finish higher than that, at least given what our pace was at Phoenix. Even just on without the strategy at Phoenix, we were up in the top 15. So I feel like we can probably achieve that no problemo here, just on our own pace alone as we get underneath Kennedy and dive on the apron, which probably isn't the greatest idea in the world. Everybody running up top. And here we go, Armstrong going down the inside. We're going to have to run the top because Armstrong's going to take the bottom, actually pass us back for position. So it looks like Armstrong's pretty fast in that Toyota. And we got a car in the pits. Looks like maybe Kevin Harvick doing some classic bushwhacking, but falling out of the race fairly early on in this one. We're going to slide the car into turn number, this is turn 2, I would guess. As there's no start-finish line in the straight just afterwards, so I'm guessing this, I would be right in guessing it's turn 2. Now underneath Coleslaw Custard. Coleslaw Custard. Oops, we got into him, so not only are we making fun of his name, we're trading paint with him. Ooh, that was almost a wreck. I had to jump out of the throttle to avoid Coleslaw because I thought Coleslaw was going to turn me into fish and chips there. It didn't happen, though, thankfully. And we cross him pretty easily there. And now heading up to Tyler Reddick, Daniel Hemrick, a couple of drivers. I think that we're in the Truck Series. Not too long ago, I seem to remember Vince Welch calling their names quite a few times from the Truck Series races I watched last year, which weren't many, by the way. I was on a bit of a caution clock boycott at that point. Ooh, as we bounced off the wall, that again, I was thinking the caution clock and got on the throttle a little too hard. So as the traffic thins out, definitely the understeer is hurting us a bit. So when we do get a pit stop in here, and it looks like it may come towards the end of the second stage, if not all the way at the end of the second stage. Not sure if this is going to be a two-stop race or a one-stopper, like it was at Martinsville for the trucks. But we'll definitely have to loosen the car up just a little bit. We're not going to loosen her up too much, because if we do that, I think it's going to be way too loose, because the banking does help you drive the car a little bit better, but not that much. As the spotter was happy with that lap, and as you can see, we're in the 17.8, so we would have been in the 30s had we qualified with that, rather than what we qualified with, which was like an 18 point whatever it was. Yeah, probably like an 18.2, which we just did, and we wreck Ryan Sieg. Literally just, I mean, that is just complete wrecking right there, no doubt about it. I mean, Rubbin's racing, but I really put it on him there. For sure. Feel kind of bad about that. Looks like a car out of shape. Yeah, he's heading to pit road as you hear the spotter. Looks like the 51 of Jeremy Clements. No miracle win for him today. And we move up to 20th, so we're well within the money position. But obviously, like I said, I think we've got a top 15 car, assuming there isn't too much crazy stuff happening stage-wise. Going to try to get underneath Chastain here. Another guy who pulls double duty. I guess this isn't technically double duty because, like someone pointed out in the comments, they were on different weekends. Be cool if we end up doing double duty though, running 2 series at once. Like I said, I really want to bushwhack in this series so bad. Or bushwhack once we get up to Cup. That's going to be hilarious. But let's see what we can do here. Can I dive to the inside of Brad Keselowski? Old guidance counselor Brad. Hey, guidance counselor Brad, you haven't checked in with me too much. Why am I paying this tuition if you're not going to check in with me from time to time? We got 2 laps to go on the stage, and I've dumped guidance counselor Brad. So sorry. That was, you know, we'll cover it in the tuition costs. How about that? I do love how you can dump people, but it looks like we're going to be coming to the checker in the stage next time around. So can we get him behind Casey Kane here? And get him. Actually, we got a lot of bushwhackers up here. We got Logano, Almirola, Kane. And there you go, end of the stage, 18th. Not too bad, not too bad. It'll be interesting to see if anybody pits at the end of this stage. It'd be interesting if the field splits, but they do not. We got 17 laps of fuel. It's going to be close whether or not we can make it to the end of the next stage with nobody else pitting, but a few cars a lap down. We're going to stay out. Take some track position on this restart, despite the fact that I'd like to loosen the car up. We'll have to do it on the next stop. Suarez and Reed are bringing the field back to the green. Looks like Eric Jones is in third. And we already get Kane, so we got a really good restart that time. And just lift off early because everybody's going to go a little bit slow here in the traffic. 3 wide on the bottom. Oh boy, we're going to not be popular in the Penske Racing shop. Oh, there goes Logano. He thanked me for my first NASCAR win, which was actually like my third NASCAR win. But, ooh, and Brad getting into me. So yeah, the Penske guys are gonna hate me for sure, which is not good because I kind of wanted to race for Penske in the Xfinity series, and we keep bouncing off of Logano. I'm so sorry, Logano. Can we like tell the spotter I'm not meaning to run into him? Okay. Getting down. Oh, right. Well, I was gonna say down around the outside. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And right, guess where we are? 16th. So, like I said, top 15 car. And we can possibly get a little bit more, but I don't think we'll be able to get more until we loosen up the car a little bit, and or we may make some lap traffic. And oh dear, we've got 14 laps of fuel, 15 to go in stage number 2. So we might have to pit, we might not. I don't know. I might stay out, try to steal a stage win. We'll have to see. Let's get the fuel number up. Well, it says 14 laps, so we'll be able to stay out. We'll probably steal this stage win, to be honest with you. Once we get underneath Blake Cook and Eric Almirola. Bouncing off of Cook. 13 to go in stage number 2. Down around the bottom. Oh no. Oh, that was almost really bad. I got a little too confident, and Cook had that run on the outside. I am extremely lucky that that was not a incredibly huge collision there. That was almost a big crash, and I managed to not have a big crash. So now behind Brennan Poole, Xfinity regular. Brandon Jones is another Xfinity regular. It's interesting why they chose Almirola to be the driver of the 98 and not Casey Mears, but they chose Brendan Poole over Paul Menard. Just interesting how they made these choices. And Michael Annett, of course, the threat in the 5 car. Also just ahead, actually losing a position to Brandon Jones there. So I almost catch the wall and just scrape it a little bit coming into turn number 3. Again, we're running pretty well right now, right where pretty much exactly where I said we would, which is a good thing. And once again, right along the bottom, moving up to the top of the track. On the brakes just a little bit. Pull the car down. Try to get underneath Poole, couldn't quite do it. Almirola looking to the outside, not going to get there either. 8 laps to go in stage number 2. And we've got 9 laps of fuel, so we've saved quite a bit of fuel now. And that is no longer a concern. Fuel, or however, tires might end up being a concern. Of course, we're burning the right front off of it with as much understeer as we've got going on right now. I feel like in the final stage of the race, or what normal people call the end of the race, I feel like we'll get better tire wear because we won't be burning it up. And see, we've got many cars coming into the pits and many of the leaders. So, as we wreck Brendan Poole, do not bring out the yellow. But that's going to allow Eric Almirola down to the outside. I almost spun off the apron. And there goes Poole into the pits. Almirola moves up a position. Looks like Brandon Jones is going to take the lead in the race as Annett the Threat comes into the pits, and I just realized if I do need to make a green flag stop at any time during this race, I'm not sure which pit lane I'm supposed to go down. Oh dear. And there go the leaders, Brandon Jones, Eric Almirola. I don't know if we'll take the lead by the time we cross the line, but we got 7 laps to go on the fuel, and we're crossing the line with 4 laps to go in the stage. So, into the lead we go. And once again, we're going to be lapping pretty much everybody. So this is almost a carbon copy of the situation which happened at Phoenix. We've just hit the halfway mark in the race. And just going for it. How many cars have we got lapped? Let's take a look here. Yaley's still running behind us. Carl Long still running behind us. Ty Majeski still running behind us. We're lapping Keselowski and Armstrong, but they're running in 30s. We got a big pack of cars ahead of us. Brandon Jones at least is not a lap down. Looks like Blake Cook isn't as well. Matt Tifft, actually no, that's wrong. That's wrong. We're about to put those guys 2 laps down as we come to 1 lap to go in the stage. So we're going to take another stage victory here, it looks like. And, yeah. Well, we're making this Xfinity series look pretty silly, aren't we? As we come around the final corner and take another stage victory. First place. Wow. Carl Long second. I guess he never pitted. So, the back of the field car is making incredible mileage. And, yeah. That's how that goes. As we wait for the live results to actually cycle through. We haven't actually gotten the final result yet on the stage. As the game tries to sort everything out. There we go. So Long takes second, Black takes third, Tiff fourth, and Jones sixth. So only 4 cars on the lead lap. Tiff looks like he'll probably end up being the competition. Now, let's loosen her up a little bit. We're not going to loosen her up quite as much as we did with the truck, but I think we'll be all right. Doing repairs, 4 tires, fuel, all that good stuff. As we fall to 4th, but Carl Long is going to lead us back to the green flag. Eric Jones got the free pass. Lots and lots of cars, 1 lap behind the race. As we go racing once again here at Bristol with 30 laps to go in the final stage with 33 laps to go on our fuel. So we're good there. Matt Tifft goes to the inside. So we got a lapper going around the outside of us. That is, of course, Kevin Harvick trying to get his lap back. Carl Long put up a nice fight at the front, but we move Matt Tifft through. And now Kevin Harvick absolutely going for it right now. He's actually up to 6th somehow, despite coming into the pits early. And I guess made up some time doing that. Oh, as we're going to get into Matt Tifft and wreck Matt Tifft for the lead. Sadler getting to the inside, but Sadler's running 7th. We're going to slide on the bottom, so Tifft going to move through and take the lead. So it's a battle between us and Matt Tifft. Whoa, and Tifft moves to the outside. We're going to take the lead for a brief second. Tifft got us by the line. And, yeah, now we're back to the lead. So let's see what we can do with the loose race cars. We've got Harvick and Sadler who have unlapped themselves from me. So would a yellow come out, they are probably going to be my competition, my main competition here. Because they seem to be going very, very fast. Or at least running right on my pace. Like I said, I don't feel like I'm really that much faster than the AI here, at least right now. But the AI definitely had some really bad strategy to get where they are. As Tifft has fallen 2.5 seconds behind, so the 3 of us are absolutely dusting the field right now. Harvick, Sadler, and me in Morgan Shepherd's car. Eric Jones not being very competitive right now, which is quite strange. You'd expect, in fact, Matt Tiff's in a Joe Gibbs car as well. It's amazing that none of these cars are quite as competitive as you would have thought they would be. As we drive down the front straightaway, 23 to go, 28 laps in the tank. Actually, this is a 75-lap race. It's a pretty long race. Not nearly as long as the Cup race is. The Cup race, I think, is like a 120 laps or something like that when you do a 25%er. Because now we're coming up behind Elliott Sadler and Kevin Harvick. The 2 of them are starting to make are starting to lose a little bit of ground to me. Again, we don't necessarily have to pass them. It's not essential to life as we know it, as Ray Black Jr. moves into second place with 21 laps to go in the race.
Stay low, stay low. Still a car out there.
It's pretty nuts, isn't it? Leading this thing. So we're trying to go 2 for 2 in Xfinity as we lap Kevin Harvick, a Cup regular, in Morgan Shepherd's 89. This is just one of those things. When you hear the AI are kind of easy, these are the kind of things you think about. It's not necessarily that they don't have good pace. They have bad strategy, and that really hurts them quite a bit. Quite a bit. As we're sliding down to the inside of Elliott Sadler. I think we might have gotten him this time. No, we didn't. We were racing a lap car a little too hard, I would say. We got 18 laps to go in the race. We're coming up behind the lap cars. See, if this was for the lead, it would be really good racing. But again, it's trying to lap the 6th place guy. And I think we may have finally cleared Sadler. No, we don't. He's going to come back to the outside. We're going to get it down in there, and looks like Kevin Harvick takes advantage of a little bit of contact with Elliott Sadler. He's going to sneak through. We got Clements finally back out of the pits. Boy, he came down to the pits very early on in this race, so poor Jeremy Clements. And everybody stacking up side by side. We're about to come up behind Blake Cook. I think, is that Blake Cook? It's possibly Ty Majeski, actually. Green and black car, green, black, and white cars. All look very similar to me. I think it is Majeski as Harvick seems to have the fastest car in the whole race because he dusted me and Sadler, and now he is flying away just a little bit. And now we catch the back of the field with 14 laps to go. Now we're going to get to see how lap traffic reacts in the Xfinity Series, as I almost lost it down on the apron. Gotta stop doing that, David. You're getting a little too confident. It's going to bite you. And the car is definitely starting to understeer a little bit, something fierce again. But the tire wear is not too bad. So now moving up into lap traffic, and it is absolute. It's about as thick as pea soup. I don't even know what pea soup looks like, but I've heard that expression used before, so I'm assuming it's pretty thick. As Harvick goes down to the inside of Garrett Smithley, I believe that is. Yes, it is. Wow, I got the flex shot guys not confused. I feel like a god amongst men. And, oh, it looks like they're going to try to go 4 wide. Harvick, that was an ill-advised move, but he's trying to stay on the lead lap. If he stays on the lead lap, he's got a really good shot. Maybe not at a victory, but at a good finish as we're going to get to the inside. Oh, we've crashed into David Starr, put Harvick up into Starr, and actually Starr wall glitched a little bit, so we need to not. Don't be aggressive, David. You're overperforming expectations once again. As we get underneath Smithley, 10 laps to go. Car just needs to be a little bit looser, and I really be able to run the bottom where I kind of would like to be able to run. It's just not happening right now. At least with the speed that I'd like to be running. We can get underneath Lupton there, and Majeski almost put Harvick up in the wall. Didn't quite happen. See which lane Majeski chooses. Looks like he's just going to choose generic lane. Oh, he's in the center now. Look at him react as he got 2 faster cars going around the inside and outside of him. But everybody pulls through, and we're about to lap Matt Tifft. So Matt Tifft struggling right now. In fact, we're about to lap Carl Long as well. So clearly we had some of the slower guys running up at the front of the pack because they are just all struggling right now. They bounce off the 40 car. I was winning in that car the last time it was out. It's funny, it's not doing too well now, huh? Oh, so I almost get up into Harvick. We are just battling through the traffic really nicely. And now lapping Carl Long. In fact, that is for position for Harvick. So Harvick's actually going to move around Carl Long and go into 5th position at some point very soon. We bounce off of Kennedy there. Whoa! Kennedy trying to chop me going down into the corner. And Harvick is still not around Carl Long. Boy, wouldn't it be nice if Dodge was in this game? So Carl Long would be 6th in Dodge. Oh no, here comes Harvick into the pits. Harvick back in the pits, so there goes Harvick's amazing run down the toilet. But it might allow Sadler to get a good run in. Even though I haven't seen Sadler for a while. He kind of fell off the back of the field there. His light dove out of my way. Now we're trying to get J.J. Yaley's. We've got more cars pitting, and we've got a yellow. Wow, what a mistake for Mr. Harvick. Because he just got screwed. Only 3 cars on the lead lap. Eric Jones is pitting. He's going for new tires. Ooh, we're going to have to do the opposite, I would say. So we're going to stay out. Tift gets the free pass, which doesn't really matter. We're in NASCAR overtime. And let's see what happens with Eric Jones as he's got fresh tires. We do not. Well, we got a really good restart. We got 2 laps to go. Can we hold off Eric Jones for a second Xfinity Series victory? We do know he's a fast car. Oh, but he was pretty slow getting in. Is he going to get a good exit, though? 1 lap to go. Can we take 2 wins in 1 video? It's a possibility. Well, Eric Jones falling back just a little bit. Do not run the apron, you idiot. Oh, Jones is looking. Still getting on the apron a little bit. Oh, he got a run. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. We're going to take our 2nd win in a row in Xfinity. You can't make this up, folks. You can't make it up. So another victory. So we've got 2 victories now in the Xfinity Series. Surely we're going to make the chase, right? I mean, come on. I can't even imagine where we are in the points. We're going to find that out in just a second. Man, we took a stage and a win. Just unreal. Unreal. I do wish Harvick had been on the lead lap, though, because that would have been a really fun race between he and I. He actually did end up coming in 5th, first of the lap down cars, so you would have imagined it would have been a great battle between us. But oh well, we're up to 21st in the standings with 11 playoff points and 2 wins. Wow. And Carl Long is running 17th in the standings. That's realistic. Alright, let's see if Guidance Counselor Brad has anything to say to me after I kind of almost wrecked him. Eee. But first, we need to take a look at the victory celebrations. Twice in 1 video. You gotta be kidding me with this one. And Morgan Shepherd's Racing for Jesus car. We are racing for Jesus, and we put Jesus in victory lane. And yeah, it looks like we're floating on the car, so that's a good sign. Man, I just can't even, man. I'll thank the good Lord above, Morgan Shepherd. We roller skated our way into victory lane, man. Nice job with that top 25 finish. You know, these guys are just like the most chronically underwhelmed people I've ever known in my entire life. I get these unlikely victories, and it's just like, yeah, good job. Whatever. Well, we definitely get some more money. In fact, we got paid more by Morgan Shepherd than we have by Shiggy Hattori. And the next race for the Truck Series, which will be the next video, is Kansas, the Toyota Tundra 250. Clearly, we are starting to really meet a lot of requirements, and as you can see, we're 3rd place in the standings. So it's all looking up, but will it fall apart at Kansas? Can't wait to see you in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been David Land on YouTube, and we'll see you at Kansas.